All right. Habs versus division playoff race, where the Canadiens stack up against their division rivals in the playoff push.
Is there chances, because it's a tight race, versus the
Atlantic? You're talking about the Atlantic?
How do you see their chances versus everyone else?
In the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Because it's going to be a tight race, right?
Forget about everyone else. Montreal Canadiens have such a fucking track record that they can't hold a season for 82 games and just hold it to the end.
And
It's
look
either
at us now.
Let go.
So
6-3.
all the trade rumors aside. Okay, what's next? All right. Habs versus division playoff race, where the Canadiens stack up against their division rivals in the playoff push. All right, let's pull up.
But what do you guys think? Is there chances, because it's a tight race, versus the
Atlantic? You're talking about the Atlantic?
How do you see their chances versus everyone else?
In the Atlantic?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Tampa, strong. I'm going to say Buffalo, strong offensive, like I just said, because of Tage Thompson. You got all those guys. Defensive-wise, they don't have that strong running to keep up with the Canadiens. Detroit, I mentioned them. They're up there. So you got Detroit, Tampa, Boston. I love them.
Right.
Yeah.
Pull up the chart.
I love them, but
as the wild card. Click on the wild card.
I feel like they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hats, the Bruins. Everyone else, forget about it.
Because it's going to be a tight race, right?
Forget about everyone else.
Like Swayman's going to have to show that he deserves that 8 million whatever that he's getting.
Like I think out of whoever's contending,
you have everyone there right now.
Tampa is, let's put them ahead of them.
Yeah.
So they're competing right now with Buffalo, Detroit, Boston, Ottawa, Toronto. I think is out. Florida, I think is out.
Florida's out. Philly's out.
So
Jersey's out.
Jersey is not in their conference.
Yeah. The only ones that are in there, and I don't even want to include the Maple Leafs, is Ottawa. Maybe Ottawa has a good chance. Columbus, I don't even want to include them. I'm not going to include Columbus. I think Ottawa's going to jump
Columbus
over
is not in the division.
Oh yeah, you're right, in the Atlantic. But Ottawa's going to jump. Boston, I think Ottawa's going to jump.
They don't think
Boston.
the Rangers are going to want to get rid of Lafreniere?
I think so. I don't think Boston's going to.
If the trade is right, I think that they're retooling. So if the offer is right, they're going to be there. But guys, based on the teams that are trying to fight for a playoff spot, I think Montreal has a great chance in regards to Buffalo.
I think it's Buffalo right now. Buffalo's a team that look at Buffalo and Canadiens, okay? Offensive, defensive. I think Canadiens has their number. I think that's the reason why.
In what sense?
Buffalo, offensive, defensive. So offensive Buffalo, offensive Canadiens. Who do you think has the upper hand?
Pretty tight.
Yes. Defensive. Who do you think has the upper? Thank you. Goaltending.
Buffalo.
It depends who's in net. Montembeault or Fowler.
If they play to if they play to the way they're supposed to play and the way they've been
I would
playing,
give that to Canadiens.
I'll give it to them. I'm just basing it on the downfall that they had in October, November.
But you got to give it. It's before the Olympics.
Yeah.
They're coming back. Teams change now. It's the Olympic break. You got.
I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you on that.
I think the only team right now that we should be concerning on is Buffalo.
And Detroit.
And Detroit. Yeah, Detroit is the other team that I think they're going to...
I don't think they have to worry about Boston. I don't think they have to worry about Ottawa, even though Ottawa...
as a Bruins fan, I hate saying that.
Yeah, me too.
As a Bruins fan,
why?
I hate saying that they don't have to worry about...
The
Boston's not that far off.
No, but in contention...
The depth.
It's the depth, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Boston could be hot one night and they can win 7-1. But
the next night they'll lose 7-1.
So I always remember that the 2011 team, it taught me something that a Stanley Cup team, you need your fourth line to show up in game 4 and win 2-1.
Yeah.
And you're like, you win 2-1 in game 4 because your fourth line scored 2 goals.
Because your first 3 lines are burned.
First 3 lines did nothing.
Yeah.
That's depth.
Yeah,
and that's what happened in 2011 with Marco Sturm and all those guys. And I was like, I'll never Sean Thornton.
Yeah.
And you're like, Sean Thornton, fourth line. These guys, and they won 2-1 game 4 to keep the Bruins alive to win the cup. That to me is a team that it always tells me that you could win 1-2 games. You need depth.
Yeah.
You need guys to carry you when your Cole Caulfield is not going to do it for you. In game 3, you need your guy on the fourth line that can step up and score 2 goals like he did tonight.
The last time the Habs won, it was, it was definitely all over. The fourth line was the last Canadian team.
So do you agree with me that unless Montreal has a real breakdown between now and the next 25 games, they're pretty much a locked.
Yeah,
at least.
they are.
Your prediction went absolutely south. Pat. Sorry,
Steve. Thank you. I predicted a few podcasts ago. I was like, Montreal Canadiens have such a track record that they can't hold a season for 82 games and just hold it to the end.
And look at us now.
Now,
you know.
before All-Star break, they're doing
Remind me
good.
again why we invite you.
There's still enough time for them to blow it, so you never know.
Honestly, I'm looking at these standings. Maybe Boston's in. Florida's going to beat. If the Leafs beat the Canadiens out, dude, I'm so back in 2 weeks. I swear to God, I'm the trash.
There's 5 games before the trade deadline of March 6th, okay? Montreal has a game tonight against Islanders. They have a game against Washington on Saturday, which I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think they have Boston. They have Boston too, I think.
Manny's going to it.
March 18th.
And March 18th. Okay, so it's after that. After the trade deadline. Anyways, they have 5 games. If Montreal does good in these next 5 games,
They're gonna
think
squeak
They're
in.
a lock. They're a lock in for the playoffs. I think
Let me ask you something.
By the way, sorry, Brian. By the
they're
way,
going to make moves.
back to the goalie thing. Both of Buffalo's goalies have a .900 save percentage.
900.
.903 Lekonen and Lyon .913.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Good goalies.
So it definitely, like I said, like we were saying before,
better
that,
than I thought.
No, I know that their percentages are higher than Montreal, but that's because of the inconsistency they had the last month. But if you're just looking at what the goalies can bring in retrospect to what they have on defense, I agree with Pat. Montreal is a little bit more solid in the back end.
I'd still take both of those goalies over Montembeault.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have something against Montier.
Don't forget, we have
I
Fowler.
believe in him. That's what I was asking before. It depends on who your starting goalie is.
Yeah.
Because
This
if
is
you're
what I'm
telling
saying.
me Montembeault, no. If
This
you're
is what
telling
I'm
me
saying.
Fowler,
If your goalies
maybe.
are playing to what they're supposed to be, you can stay with them. But if for some reason you hit a wall, just freaking ride Fowler. You know you can rely on him. He's good. He's really solid. He's
Late in the season, you're going to ride on him like this.
bring him in for the playoffs. Well, Patrick Ross first started in the NHL was where?
I know.
It wasn't in the
But
regular season.
I know.
He started in the playoffs.
You're sounding like Patrick Roy, Cam Ward, the fucking all the superstars that started their playoff starts and win cups, and they're like,
And then the next year they win. Then the next year
you're rolling the dice, Tony.
Yeah.
You're rolling the dice. on that
sorry,
one.
not Montembeault, Fowler. You think Fowler could fit in there?
You think Fowler's going to be a Cam
Yeah.
Ward?
Fowler's making the team next year, guys.
He's going to come in.
Yeah,
and
he's making the team. But
guaranteed.
you think he's in that range of goalies that you were just mentioning?
Fowler's going to be
No,
freaking.
what I'm saying,
Team
he's
USA's
better than Dobesh and Montembeault. I'm saying if you're really stuck,
Yeah.
ride him for the playoffs. I'm not expecting Montreal to win the cup, but it's important that you get as many games in as possible and continue to get experience.
It would be a crazy experience for
Yes,
them.
you need it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for them.
Yeah.
the next American winning goalie will be Fowler. That's it. Man.
gold medal winning goalie
If
will
they
be
win,
Fowler.
it's because of him. All right,
You think? Americans.
yeah,
Guys,
dude, got the freaking heart. This guy, this
the
kid.
next gold medal is coming to Canada.
Yes, Tony.
That's why I said this year.
Schaefer was not there. Bernard was not there. These guys.
Yeah.
Schaefer is a superstar.
I think Bedard was
This guy is 21. 20. How old is he? Schaefer. 19 years old.
He's 19.
19 years old, and he's the superstar of the team. This guy is gonna be a star for future years to come, man.
So who's going to be there the next year wasn't there this year? That's not going to be there this year. Like that. What I'm saying is, who's going to make that difference?
Dowdy's not there.
So
Not gonna be
it's
that.
Dowdy
Marchand-
making the difference. Dowdy didn't make the
Crosby's
difference.
not-
not there.
Crosby, okay.
It's gonna be a
Dowdy
big
didn't make the
Dowdy's
difference.
not gonna be there. Marchand's not gonna be there.
Buff.
Reinhardt's not gonna be there.
Buff.
What's his name? Hagel's not gonna be there.
You said Crosby?
Crosby's not gonna be there.
Crosby, I'll give you Crosby.
Horvat's not going to be there.
Horvat's not gonna be there.
I'll give you that even.
Horvat's not gonna be there.
There's a big change coming.
Crosby, Horvat, maybe Marchand. There's not much. Like, I mean, I think the up and coming, it's going to be different. It's going to be a totally different team. It's not
For 4 years, yeah.
in 4 years. It's going to be totally.
Hopefully, this podcast will be there in 2030, and we'll talk about it then.
Yeah. Pat, Boston won 4-2. Yeah.
Okay.
Who cares?
Yeah. Me and Pat care.
71 points, baby.
We're 1 point
behind Montreal. Yeah.
We'll go to the next topic.
Yeah. Before we go to the next topic, I just want to say, isn't it weird that I would think right after the Olympic break there would be like a big splash in trades and nothing, but it's been pretty quiet.
No,
huh?
there's a trade freeze.
Yeah, it's a trade.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about this week. I'm talking
Yeah, well, right now teams are assessing. Within this week,
you think they'd be assessing during the?
Oh, they're also assessing injuries.
well, did you see
injuries,
they already set players
everything. Yeah.
because they thought this.
Topic. All right. Olympic injuries and NHL impact. How Olympic tournament injuries could shake up NHL rosters and momentum. All right.
Oh,
So who's hurt? It's Crosby, Fala.
Rantanen. Dude, Rantanen, Dallas, biggest injury. Like for me, Dallas, in the run, they were going for it. Dude, they have one of the best players of the league. And you got injured in
the Tampa Bay defenseman there, what's his name?
Hedman.
Hedman,
Victor.
yeah. So,
Yeah, but Victor's a bit old, though.
no, but the question is
Yeah, no.
how is the Olympics the Olympic
Affecting the
injuries
playoffs.
affecting? So how do you
Huge.
think the NHL owners are
They must hate the
handling that? Handling this, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
The Tampa Bay Lightning, as an owner of, let's say, a veteran team, which they're not known as a young team, I'd be hurting right now. If my guy like Victor Hedman was hurt and I didn't have a young team and I was relying on him, I'd be hurting. If a guy like Kucherov got hurt, it would be the same thing. It would
See,
be
the example I want to give is look at the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, if this year they make now like Crosby was scheduled as
weeks.
day to day.
4 weeks.
No, hold on. He's scheduled day to day, and he was a game time decision for Team Canada. He was about to play, and then at the end, he decided that he wasn't gonna play. Now it came out. Now that the NHL restarted, he's gonna be out at least 4 weeks. I think it's gonna be longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the end of the season. Let's say Pittsburgh misses the playoffs by 1 point,
Yeah.
and Crosby would have missed a substantial amount of time. And he could have made a difference. With 1 point, he would have probably made a difference. How do you see the owners handling the fact that so many players got injured because of the playoffs? You think it would affect us going back in 4 years? I personally don't. I get it how they hate it, but I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to the players. I think these guys, they wanted to go. The players want to go to the Olympics. The players drove them to go to the Olympics, and I think it's meaningful to them. So, but it's but I also see the impact that it gets that it takes on the owners. It's a lot of millions and millions of dollars you lose for not making the playoffs, and for a team like Pittsburgh, let's say, that would miss it for 1 point, like because of the Olympics, and you have Crosby out. You know, it's bad.
It's true.
Yeah. Just want to take a moment and say yes. DE 4943. Yes. Agreed.
Hand horrible. Bruins rule. Is that hand or Habs?
Maybe man Habs.
Habs horrible.
I'll take it as the Habs are horrible and the Bruins rule. I get it.
You
I
can
get your
say you
spell
hate
check.
the Habs, but the Habs
You
are not horrible.
Your dirty mouth, Tony.
That's true. That's true. Tony's right. You can hate the Habs, but the Habs are not horrible right now.
It's not horrible. Like you gotta say it the way it is. You want to say you're a Hab hater. You don't like the team, but the Habs are not horrible, man. I'm sorry.
Anyways, back to our sorry guys.
Yeah.
So what do you? I want to hear from this guy. These guys have been quiet. So what do you guys feel about the Olympic injuries and
I kind of like was expecting him to be out for 4 weeks. I definitely feel for Pittsburgh, and I feel for any NHL team that's gonna lose out on a player that's in the Olympics. But
do you think this would affect 2030? People are going to say, like, guys, we're losing our best players before the playoffs, like, because it's been done a few times that the NHL has not allowed.
But this has been a talking point for all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But this
Should they change the rules? Maybe.
But what rules? That's a good question.
There we go.
Who decides? The commissioner or it's the owners?
No, but hold on.
The
What
general manager.
is not what is the rule, but define what makes you an Olympic athlete to play hockey for you're playing the NHL.
Yeah.
They're playing the OHL or they're playing the NHL.
No,
or
they're
the
playing-
AHL
Yeah,
or
but when the
BHL or
NHL doesn't
CHL.
go, these guys still send their players. The
Yes,
KHL,
they're still
the
professionals,
WHL.
but they're still professionals.
Yeah.
But the thing is, look at what happens when those teams play teams like USA and Canada, who are